I've just had some idiot phone me up and say that they were from the lottery company. And when I said the lottery company, they said, yes, the postcode lottery. Your postcode, and she read out my postcode, has won this special bonus award card. I said, did you say postcode lottery? I said, you do know that that's just a turn of phrase, postcode lottery. It's not actually a thing. She hung up. She hung up. In one of my previous videos, I made a coffee table and I had a lot of feedback and a lot of advice. Thank you very much for all of that. Suggestions such as using soap or a candle or even some beeswax on the drawer. I've got the drawer here so that it runs in and out nice and smoothly. So thanks very much for that. It's really useful and I'm going to do a bit of that and make that work. Also, one of my viewers, Jackie, came to my age and said, do you know, Richard, I've got a knob for you. I said, pardon? I've got a knob for you, for your drawer, because you're missing a knob. And here it is, a little blue knob. And I thought, yeah, do you know what? That is going to look perfect in the drawer. It'll just set it off. There's still some more varnishing I want to do to it. I need to get another pot of varnish, so I shall do that. But in the meantime, I thought I'd better go and fix this in. I've also been given a number of other interesting things over the last couple of weeks, and I thought in this video I would try them all out and see how they work. But first, let's get my knob on the drawer. I'm going to need the right drill bit. Luckily, I think I might have something. So it's a smallish drill and I've got to make a hole that fits the same width as that, although that's actually a tiny little bit smaller actually, but not to worry, we'll see how that works. Drill that through in the middle of the drawer in the right place, then pop that in and then screw it up and tighten it. Should be quite easy. Well, we have a hole. I think the drill's a little bit blunt, but never mind. I need to get some more drill bits. But we have a hole to see if the nut or the screw bit will go through. Well, it doesn't quite go through. I've just got to make it a bit wider. That's the hole. Now the moment of truth. And then see if it works. Looks pretty good, doesn't it? Stuck on there in the middle, nice and firm. Right, moment of truth. I've stepped outside because the next item is something I can only do outside unless I want to make a mess in the house, and I don't. And that is this little gadget here. Now, this was sent to me by Jason Patrick, Welshman Jason Patrick, one of my long-time viewers, and you may be wondering what the hell it is. Now, you may also remember I was chopping up some wood, some of that big wood that was too big for the axe, and I used something called, actually it was Mr. Suggett's, a wood grenade, and it was an object that I used to hammer in with a mallet or a sledgehammer. Well, this goes on a drill and is drilled into the wood to make life a little bit easier. So I thought I'd give it a whirl. Thank you so much, Jason, by the way, for sending this. It goes in, and of course it expands the wood to a point where the wood just splits. So it's a log splitter for an electric drill. Okay, now I've not tried it. I haven't tried it even off camera, so this is going to be an interesting experience. Actually, I don't have very many at the moment of these larger blocks, so I've only got this one really and a couple of smaller ones, so nothing meaty to try it with. But let's fix it to the camera. I nearly said to the drill. And I'm guessing it just slots in here like this. It's a bit like the mole from Thunderbirds. Now I'm going to put that on a slowish thing, and we shove it in there. This is what I believe. I may be wrong, and we'll see what happens. Oh dear. I don't think that's what's supposed to happen. Yes. Okay, I think you probably have to grip the log in something in order to split it. I'm not quite sure what, whether it would go in the log. Oh, it might go in the log splitter. That might, in the red thing I've got. Maybe that would work. I could give that a whirl. Otherwise, I'm going to have to look at some instructions. Oh, ooh, I don't know if you saw that. I just had smoke coming out the back of the drill. I don't think that's very good. That's not going to work. So, for now, Jason and everybody, I think I might just abandon this. I'm not quite sure how to do it. I'll look it up. Meanwhile, there's another gift that I want to have a look at and see if that works. First, I just got to get this gadget out from here. That's stuck. Mike Stevens, one of my other lovely viewers, sent me some of this. This is stove glass cleaner. Stove glass, which is this stuff, and it's supposed to help dirt busters. It's supposed to help get the glass clean. Now, I've used a combination of Brillo pads, I've used Mr. Muscle spray, and I've just used good old elbow grease, although it doesn't make a right mess of your elbows, I can tell you. Now, this glass on my Essie gets quite dirty after a long day of burning, especially if I tamp it down for the night, or damp it down, and it's just sort of very, very low. It produces a little bit of smoke in there, and it just mists up the glass. I know there are many people who've given me advice and said, oh, there's different ways of tackling it, and I've tried all these different methods and the same thing happens. So every time I have to clean up the glass, but it's usually when I dampen it down, not the rest of the time. So it's just part of the cleaning and preparing the Essie for the next day for me. So I'm going to give this a little try. We'll see if this is a little bit more successful than the log splitting drill gizmo thing that's burnt out my drill. So according to this, you basically wipe the paste on, apply the paste with an old cloth, smear it all round, removing as much of the deposits as possible, and then you, with a damp cloth, you take it off again. So in theory, it should be quite simple. In practice, let's give it a test. Well, it sort of cleaned it, but there's still a bit that it hasn't done, and my Mr. Muscle with a scouring pad would still do it, so maybe I'll scour that. But generally, I guess it's a lot safer to use, although it does say don't get the stuff in your eyes, for God's sake. So, and I have to be careful because I've only got the one. But Mike, thank you for that. I will persevere and see if I can improve my technique. And for my final item in this one, although the postman has just been and delivered me a number of packages, which might make another video of the goodies that have come to me, but we'll worry about that later on. This is a coffee pot, or a coffee cup, or a travel mug, or one of those things, and I put coffee in it. It's from Veldhouse Farm, and just here I have a card, and it comes from Sean, Helen, Laura, Rebecca Taylor. And Sean and family, thank you so much for sending that. They have a farm with alpacas. They're setting up a camping site, so I do want to go down there and camp on their farm. I think they're down... am I right in thinking you're in the Forest of Dean, or you used to be in the Forest of Dean? I'm not quite sure. Anyway, you've got alpacas, and I think these are your alpacas. And you do walking with alpacas. So I want to come down in the spring when the weather is a bit warmer, less snowy, and have a look at that. That would be fantastic. So let's have a look at this. This is one of those easy, wonderful travel mugs, and I thought I will keep this in the van. And the reason for that is I can fill it in the van, make a cup of tea after a walk or wherever I've been, and I can put it in the cab and I can drink from it. Now, it's sealed at the top here, as you can see, and the theory is you could actually put this in your backpack. So in other words, and I haven't done this, you could turn it. It can be turned upside down. Look at that. And it won't come out. But in order to get to the drink, you push that down, and there it is. Lovely. Thank you so much. That's so kind. I think then to lock it again, you push it, and in theory, apart from that little dribble, oh no, not even that. Superb. I'm so impressed. Yummy. Well, there we are. Thank you for watching, and thank you for your wonderful gifts. I'll try and work them out, the various mistakes that I've made, but I really appreciate it. And I appreciate all the cards and all the goodwill and all the emails and all the comments and all of that stuff that you've been so kind over the last year to me during these difficult times that we've got. So Christmas is coming, and I wish everybody a Merry Christmas. I will be doing more shows over the Christmas period, so do tune in for those. And do keep watching, keep supporting if you can, and keep commenting, and I very much appreciate it. So thanks for watching. Until next time, look after yourself, and I'll see you again. I'm going to enjoy my coffee now. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.